Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Second Star to the Left. I'm Michelle, and this is my daughter, Billy.
Hi.
And here's where we'll share board game reviews, ramblings, and a few wrong turns along the scenic route. Today we're going to talk about trains.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. We just got our delivery of railroad tiles, and we went all in, and I'll show you all the pieces. But it got me thinking about other train games we like and what's different and why railroad tiles is going to stay in our collection. First train game that we played, and one of the first board games that we played, is Ticket to Ride.
Mm-hmm.
It was one of the first games that I got you guys to play when you were really young. Even Connor played.
I don't know how young we were.
Well, I mean, younger than you are now.
No, because when we were like really young, we were playing Rat-a-tat-cat and
Slamwich. Yeah, okay, but of the modern board games,
okay, yeah.
Ticket to Ride was one of the first ones. It was like Catan and then Ticket to Ride. Since then, and we do still have our original copy of Ticket to Ride, but since then, Billy and I tend to favor the smaller box version, the Ticket to Ride New York.
Distinctly two-player. Is it? It is,
It
right?
isn't two-player. I always say that, but it's 2 to 4.
Oh,
It should be two-player because it's a smaller map.
We've never played it with more than 2, so we forget.
We only ever play it with 2. Who knew it could be played with 4? But also it's local to us because New York is like 45 minutes away, so we like the theming as well. And Ticket to Ride is just a solid game. We've kept it in our collection because we do go back to it because we'll think, hey, let's play a train game. And this is kind of, the original version. Well, not this one, but Ticket to Ride is the original version. So we love doing this. We love building routes with this one. And it's kind of the standard train game in the house. Or was. Next train game we got was Railroad Inc. And I love this. When we did our rolling into the new year, we did a whole month about rolling rights, a year ago, 2 years ago. This
Time
is in
weird. I don't know.
This is in my top 5. Pretty sure. Easy. We did at one point order the newer version, because there was blue and red, and then there was green and yellow, and we got the green version.
Like with Pokemon.
Sure. I'm gonna say yes to you. I didn't Pokemon.
Oh.
This version remains in its original form. We take this if we go to travel. We can argue about whether this goes to the beach. The green one I packed full of every expansion we could find. Those are little 2 dice expansions that add on different goals, different challenges, different routes, all kinds of things. There's like an alien one and there's an electricity one. But we keep the blue one in its original form so that we can just play standard old Railroad Inc. whenever we want.
Mm-hmm.
This is a really great puzzle of putting together railroad tracks and roads. It was one of the first roll and rights we ever played, if not the first.
I think it might have been.
Because it was this and Welcome To, right?
I think it might have been Railroad Inc.
It might have been this. And we still play this one. I play it online all the time. If you see me on BGA and you want to play this, go ahead and throw me an invite. I will always play. But what I am going to say is you should never allow me to design a city.
Yeah, that's certainly true.
Because all of the roads will just ditch off into a lake or into each other. But I really, really love this game. I still prefer blue to red. I still prefer green to yellow. And despite having all the expansions and trying all the expansions, we don't usually play with the expansions because I just don't want to relearn them every time. I just want to play the old one.
Well, that seems more like an us problem than an expansions problem.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the expansions. They can add some really fun things, but
we're lazy and our brains don't work.
That would be about it.
Yeah.
So this was our kind of first roll and write and our second train game into the collection. The next train game, are you going to say the slogan?
No.
The next train game that we got was Village Rails. Do you want to say it?
It's a game of locomotives and local motives.
Yeah.
And you thought I came up with that all by myself.
I did. I really thought you did for a while. I didn't read the box.
That's right. I was reading it off the box when I said it.
This one is for 2 to 4 players. You are trying to build out railroad lines and tracks to meet objectives, and you can use these objectives to get money. You can pay for more objectives. You're building out a grid. I think it's 4x4. This is one of the ones that we call a giving up on your dreams game. If every card were to go perfectly your way, you could make this perfect grid where you score for each rail, optimally.
But that won't happen.
But it won't happen, and at one point you're going to have to sacrifice one of those lines so that another one could be really successful. I love this game. There's a couple of grid builders that we have like this. And also, this kind of reminds me of like Downtown Farmers Market, where you're trying to build out the grid, and sometimes you have to give up. So Village Rails was the next one in, and it's such a tiny little box that it's really easy to keep in your collection. Small train games to keep on your shelf does not describe what I decided to order.
Yeah.
When I ordered the collector's edition. It's not even in the thing here. Wait, when I ordered the collector's edition of Railroad Tiles. I am not sorry that we did, because we will play the expansions.
Also, it's really fun.
Yeah, this game takes Railroad Inc. and makes it into a tile placement game, but in addition to that, you get to add like passengers and cars and trains.
It's not a straight translation. They added things and changed.
There's revolving goals.
It's very cool.
It is wonderful. I'm gonna open this because I think you should see. We had so much fun that I did not take pictures playing. So Yeah,
you completely forgot.
That's fine. I won, so that's what's important here.
Did you? I thought I won.
I'm gonna say I won.
I was pretty sure I won.
There's a ton of meeples in here. Just tons. But this is the bag for standard play. These bags, look at this, are all of the expansions that you could play with. Have we played with the expansions yet? No.
We will.
We will, though. And I'm glad that I have them so that they're there when we decide we want to mix it up a little. But for right now, being able to just pull this bag out with its little bag of meeples and stars and points. Yeah, there's a bag of bags and all these tiles, which are really nice. But in this one, you're building not only roads and rails, but cities. And when you use the expansions, power grids and other things. The expansion also lets us play up to 5, I think, instead of 4.
I don't know.
It lets us play a lot more people than we are ever going to have played at one time.
That's too many people.
I was excited for this game because I thought it would be a tile placement version of Railroad Inc. And it kind of is. But it's got a lot more going for it. You're drafting your tiles from the station, and depending on which ones you drafted last time is whether or not you can go first or last the next time. So you have to balance your choices to see whether it's worth getting those extra tiles or it's worth being first to choose next time. It is a limited round game because as those pieces move...
You're watching the countdown.
Yeah, there's pieces that move out of the clock tower into the passenger waiting room. And those are the pieces that let you put down passengers and trains and cars and things and score points for multiples of those on any route. So you're watching that timer click, and you may have to give up on some of your dreams because just a couple, because building the perfect route isn't always possible. And maybe it's better for you to build a city this time than to build a train track or to build a road instead of a city. This game is a lot of fun. The only thing.
No, I definitely won.
You didn't win.
I did.
No, I don't think so.
I made the big rectangle.
Yeah, I think I made you made a square, and you get points for the biggest rectangle that's all filled in without any holes or breaks. We read it wrong in the beginning and said the biggest square, so
I made a huge square.
Billy built a huge square, and I built, by accident, a rectangle.
I would argue mine is more impressive.
But, yeah, sure, but mine scored as many points.
Yeah.
Because when we read the rule book, it said rectangle. So, there's that. The only thing that I worry about with getting this giant collector set is that it falls into the category of giant, fancy collector set boxes that don't come back to the table. Because, we have Castles of Burgundy, all in with all the pieces.
That thing is huge.
It's huge, and it doesn't come to the table. We had Everdell, and we got rid of it because we had all the expansions, and it made it so it was too complicated to set it up.
It was intimidating.
It was.
Overwhelming.
And we have Everdell Duo now.
Yes.
But I think because I could just pull that one blue bag out all by itself and set up the game and play, that we will probably be able to get to this to the table more than those others, where you have to sort out the original pieces and take them away from the expansions and things like that. So those are our 4 train games. We tried to think if we had more.
We definitely do, and we're going to think of them as soon as you publish this video, and it's too late.
I think we had more, because we had Isle of Trains, and I got rid of that. But I don't remember if we had any
Does
others.
Wild Tiles West have trains in it? It feels like thematically it seems like it would.
I don't think so. I know, I'm looking over there. I'm like, there's car games and nature games. I don't think there's any more train games. Anyway.
Trains are just cars that get put in road jail.
Oh, you know what it is, too? We haven't tried the 18XX games because I don't see us playing them. We tend to play lighter games. We had a version of that. I think it was called Arabelle. That was like a roll and write kind of version of an 18XX game. But even then, it just didn't hit the table. We had been in a little bit of a gaming slump. That seems to have passed. Gen Con, even though we didn't go, kind of got us back in the spirit of playing games and apparently ordering games. So we could talk about that later.
Yeah.
Whoops. But let us know in the comments what train games you have, which ones we're missing, and if you've tried Railroad Tiles yet, because we are really enjoying it. And we will find some pictures and share them with you. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see,
or if you'd like to keep watching until we get one right,
then please like, subscribe, and share. As always, open tables, open minds, and play yourselves.
bye.